All right, so I'm back and I wanted to do a quick little integration here. Um, so what I'm realizing is I was working on this and testing some of it, and I guess there's like something called peak hours where Europe and America are all using these AI services at the same time. There's some overlap. So I was getting what are called 529 errors. Hold on. I was getting these 529 errors, which is basically, um, hold on. It was these 529 errors, which is basically overload. Uh, we're requesting too much at a terrible time, and it's overloading, and um, it's failing. Basically, it's uh, it's the 529, and I would have to try about two or three times to get it to actually go. So, um, while I was testing, I'll just walk you through this. So I asked analyze Apple with chart patterns. It came back. There you go. We have our chart. And then I said, what is a good comparable stock to compare against Apple? After a while, it came back and gave me a list, and ultimately it said Microsoft. So I said, give me the comparable analysis between Apple and Microsoft. And here we go. And then from there, I said, so what would be a good option strategy for Microsoft? Wouldn't I be long on it with this bullish type of analysis? And it said bull call spreads, lower cost than outright calls, benefit from Microsoft's uptrend, defined risk with good reward potential, takes advantage of current low volatility. Would you like to help me structure a specific bull call spread setup? Okay. So that's basically a simple demo. Um, you can also do chart pattern analysis. Um, we can throw up some indicators, and here's the chart pattern analysis. Um, take out the Bollinger Bands, you can see it. So here we have a double bottom, and then we have our bull flag right here. We also have it written down for you to see as well with some target and stop losses. And then if you look at the target and stop loss, that's what these lines are here. So that's just a little demo. What I wanted to do today, though, was uh, basically I wanted to allocate two different models, Claude 4 and Claude 3.5, so I can reduce the costs um, and increase the speed. Uh, so we basically are going to allocate certain types of web searches and processing to the different models based on the level of complexities. All that to be said, in a nutshell, if this thing's going to do web search, I need to use Claude 4. If it's going to do analysis over objects that we already have, from the API or what's already, here in the chat history, we don't need to use Claude 4 for that. We can just use 3.5. So I wanted to do a conditional function feature where we solve that problem. So here we go. I already kind of started, so I started the OBS in the middle of all this. So hopefully we can test this pretty quick. So this is actually what production AI systems do, intelligent model routing based on complexity and requirements. Okay, so we'll go to the route. Cool. And then if you look here, Claude 4 plus web search, complex current info, and then it has this array of like words that it'll use to target, as well as is complex analysis. So this would be the other one. And then for Claude 3, for basic questions, chart analysis, that's right here. So that's what I came up with. Um, let's see if we can test it. Add request caching. Let's try it. Ooh, we got a bunch of problems from that. Yeah, this is not good. Okay, quick. Let's see if it can fix these without killing us. We can still play with this. Yes, help me. Structure. Let's just say yes. Yes, help me. My 5. Okay, so it's going now. Maybe it's working. Patterns series already removed. Huh. Okay. Okay, well, let's see what it said. Given your $100,000 of available balance, strategy, buy 5 contracts at full call spread. Buy 400 call in the money, sell 450 call out of the money, expiration of September 20th. Avoid immediate earnings volatility. Trade details, cost per spread would be 2,100. Maximum risk is 10.5 grand. Maximum profit is 14,500. So this would be using, I think this is assuming we'd be using the entire 100 grand. Right? Oh wait, no, the exposure would only be 10,500. So risk parameters use 10.5% of available capital. Yeah, okay. Maximum loss limited to initial investment would be the probability of profits 65%. The delta is 0.6. Take profit at 50% of maximum gain, which will get you 7,250. Set up stop loss at 25% of premium paid. Consider rolling it and out of Microsoft continues strong uptrend. Exit before earnings, if not private target. Earnings dates right here. Okay. Yeah, this is pretty cool. So let's see if it actually fixed these errors. Not really. Not really. Oh no. I meant to. This is where we want to be. Okay. Specify a different type. Just specify a different type. Also, these aren't even being used. Okay, let's keep playing with this. What if I sold puts and collected the premium? Is that a good idea on MSFT? Okay. Given MST's bullish outlook and low IV, selling puts can be a smart strategy to either collect the premium, get paid to potentially buy. Yeah, okay. Suggested setup. Sell 2 Microsoft 360 puts, slightly out of the money. Expiration for August in 30 days. premium collected. This thing's really smart. I mean, just a little test internally of knowing that around 30 days from now, yeah, that would be around August 16th, sort of. It's pretty close. So maximum profit, $700 premium collected on how much? So cash needed 72 grand for 2 contracts at 100 shares. Probability of profit break even would be 356. Hold on. So that sounds awful. Make $700 and expose 72 grand. That doesn't, hold on, that's not right. Let's say that. That doesn't seem logical to expose 72,000 and only get 700. Risking 72,000 to make 700. That's only, yeah, less than 1%. Better alternatives, credit spread, put spreads. Example, sell 360, buy 350. Capital required is 1,000 per spread. Premium collected, yeah. The Iron Condor uses less capital, higher premium collection. Okay, that's pretty cool. Let's see if this did anything. It did. What did it actually do, though? Okay. 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 I think we can try that real quick. Let's fix this and see. It'd almost be kind of cool to be able to select which model you want, kind of like in Cursor. Come here and select your model. It's pretty, that's definitely an extra thing. I do want to see if we can console log it because I want to make sure it's using the correct model. Okay, let's test this some more. At this point, I just really want to make sure we don't really break stuff hardcore. So go, okay. Let's see if we can get this thing to actually using Claude 3.5. Well, that's not what I want. I want it to search the web though. Search the web for a list of stocks to invest in term. Using Claude 3.5 still. Yeah, that's not what I want. I mean, it's coming back with suggestions. Yeah, not quite. Let's see if we can get it. It isn't searching the web. The original keyword detection was too narrow. Okay, so what it means is there's an array of trigger words that if these words are in the search, it'll know to do a Claude 4 web search, or it will know to do a Claude 3 standard search. Basically, if it's not, I guess, in here, it'll just filter and go to this 3.5. Let's give it a shot. See what we get. Let's debug it. That's cool. Okay. Console login, that's what I wanted. And then we're still grooving. Okay. Let's give this a shot. Stocks are trending. Actually, hold on. Search the web for the stocks to swing trade this summer 2025. Nope. Yeah, that's not gonna do it. Yeah, nope. Literally search the web. That, or I guess we only use Claude 4. Let's give it a shot. Search the web for trending stocks. Okay. We got a web search true. Claude 4, using Claude 4. Okay, cool. Let's see if it actually comes through now. Okay. Based on my search for stocks. Oh, this is so cool. Okay. 2 of the Magnificent 7 have reported results, kicking off the group's earnings. Tesla delivered blah, blah, blah. Notable performers is Palantir. So it's the same thing. Okay. Show me the chart for JBL. What is it doing for that? So cool. Very nice. Okay. Okay. Where? Yeah, that wouldn't have used any AI for that. Okay. Okay, so now let's do that's there. Cool. Cool. Let's do chart patterns, see if it works. Okay, cool. Right there. Rising wedge and a double top. Okay. What is the best comparable stock to JBL? Web search needed true. Okay. So cool. Okay, so what do we get? Um, well, hold on. JBL analysis. I don't think that's right. 39. Yeah, hold on. That's not, huh? Huh? Yeah, that isn't exactly right. Oh, wait, competes with Allied Motion, Bell Fuse Benchmarks Electronics. Okay, but larger EMS players offer better comparisons. Okay, let's do give me the chart for, see if it can do it. No, that isn't gonna work. BHE, give me the chart for BHE. Okay, cool. So you have to give it the ticker. Okay. This is cool. So basically, I asked it, give me the chart for benchmark electronics analysis rate. Either way, that was close. You could fix that edge case later. Okay, so cool. So now we have BHE price 38.57. I don't understand what this price is coming at. That doesn't look, the JBL price chart, it says it price is 218. Maybe it maybe I don't know, maybe it came back. Maybe it searched the web for something that was not dated properly. Okay, so let's do compare JBL with, what was it? BHE, and tell me what is the better stock to do a safe options strategy with, and how. Okay. I don't really think it needed 4 for that, but I guess it doesn't matter. Awesome. Okay. Based on my analysis, here's the comprehensive comparison for safe option strategies. For JBL and BHE, so this is at least correct. Current price 38.57. That's not right. Oh wait, yeah, it is. I got confused. Okay. I got confused. Sorry. 38.57 right there, and then yeah, JBL is at 215. Okay, so best option strategy for BHE. Why BHE is better for safe option strategies. Lower volatility, attractive premium collection opportunities. That's what I like. Oversold conditions creates safety margin. Recent 20% decline creates potential support levels. Covered call strategy, most recommended. Buy 100 shares at 38.57, which is around 3,800 bucks. Sell monthly call options 5 to 10% out of the money. Target strikes 42 to 45. Quarterly dividend of 17 cents provides additional income. Okay. Cash secured put strategy, sell put options 5 to 10% below current price. Target strikes, keep cash secured per contract, generate income. Okay. High implied volatility. Okay, and then it actually cut off. Cut off. Please continue. Let's test this and see if it actually continues. Okay, okay. Can't hate on that. That is so cool. Really impressive on the context history on that. Okay. So continuing, why not? Risk management recommended no more than 5 to 10%. Okay, and then basically tells you, okay. So I'm pretty hyped on this. And I cleared up a bunch of the errors that were there. So um, yeah, I think that's um, a pretty good stopping place for today's video. Uh, I'm still thinking about all these um, how all these value objects and entities need to lay out. I want to keep it really a clean slate. Like when you're in ChatGPT or Claude, like you can ask anything under the sun, right? Like, what is the best deal for, I don't know, like, or what is the best, let's do something even easier. What is an FHA loan, right? Like you can ask anything in this thing, really. But it's the idea of being able to have all these stock APIs and contexts within it, as well as personalization of your own portfolio and preferences. Um, and that's kind of the high level goal here. This is really just the first phase of being able to um, observe and orient and source data and compare and figure out what is actionable. So this portion of the app, I feel like is, starting to work pretty well. There's a couple things I want to do in terms of the next couple videos. I want to do I want to have more quick actions here because the pattern of how I'm using this is pretty clear. It's basically search for stocks, compare stocks, ask questions about stocks, and then at the end, give me a strategy that I can use on the um, filtered result of what stocks are the most attractive. Um, so I want to do some quick actions here to kind of help speed that up, um, which will kind of be my plan for the next video. So as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.